My name's Mike.
How long you been driving?
I've been driving now for 3 years. I've been with this company 16 months. Long story short, in 16 months I did $220,000 worth of revenue. I put about 37 cents a mile in my pocket at the end of the day.
Before taxes?
That's after taxes.
Okay, that's after taxes?
Yeah,
okay.
After taxes. I've seen my house 2 weeks in 16 months, which isn't the problem. The problem is the constant force and pressure to haul low, non-paying freight, and it's time to go elsewhere. I mean, as you can see, I'm loaded down. I'm ready to go, man. But
So what could a company do to make it better for you and more profitable for you?
well, one, they got to be more transparent.
Okay.
You can't just say, hey, you're getting 72% of the freight, but refuse to show you what the actual freight's contracted at. Two, what we're paying for these trucks. It's ridiculous to pay $1,500 or $1,600 a week for a truck that don't cost $120,000. That would be the big thing. And then, all the micromanaging, the driver-facing cameras, the constant calls from safety. Hey, why did you make a legal U-turn? If I'm not doing anything unsafe, why are you bothering me? They need to let us drivers do our job. If we're not doing anything wrong, we're not getting, we're not late and anything like that, leave us alone. We're out here trying to make a living.
Did you attempt to talk to somebody about the lack of revenue?
Yes, 4 different times, and I pretty much was told that my biggest expense was fuel, that I needed to slow down, that the optimal speed for fuel mileage was 37 miles an hour, and I'm sorry, you can't go nowhere at 37 miles an hour.
37?
You can ask anybody. The optimal speed for optimal fuel mileage in a semi truck is 37 miles an hour.
You mean 57?
37. Look it up. No joke.
Wow.
No joke.
Wow.
But they told me that I needed to run slower than 55, slower than 50. Like, you just can't make no money that way. Like, I'm sorry, two loads a week at $2,200. That's just covering my operating expense. That's not putting a dime in my pocket.
Were you sitting a lot in between loads or waiting for loads?
No, I very, very rarely sat. I ran recaps consistently for almost 4 months straight. I didn't have no problem sitting. There was no lack of freight, but it just never paid any. Like, the best freight I've ever seen with this company was $2.20 a mile. And it's just so few and far and in between. Like, my average was
your operating costs were how much?
$1.40. My average in 16 months was only $1.72 a mile.
Wow.
Like, that it's just pitiful. Like, I swear to God, they get bonuses, and it's their goal to get us to take freight as cheap as humanly possible without getting too much pushback. And even the owner of the company told me if I didn't like it, I could go elsewhere. Well, careful what you ask for, guy.
Wow. So you're going to a new company. What is it about the new company that was attractive to you?
For first thing, half the cost for leasing.
Okay.
Their lease trucks, like this one that I'm standing next to, is $1,500 a week. Theirs is $700 a week.
Now, was this a lease purchase?
No.
And that's not a lease purchase?
No.
It's a straight lease?
Straight lease.
Okay.
I get to see 100% on their load board. If I don't like what's on their load board, I can go on like the truck stop or any of the other load boards, and as long as I cut them their 30%, they're happy.
Okay.
No driver facing camera. The trucks are governed at 75 miles an hour. And I have a whole lot more freedom. It's a lot more on me responsibility wise, but it's more money. Like, their guarantee a mile is over $1.50.
Okay.
Which is 35 or 37 cents higher than what it is here at Prime Inc.
It's actually more than that, but with Prime, it's the entire duration of the lease.
Okay.
It's not individual loads.
I thought it was like $1.15 or $1.18 a mile.
It was $1.05 the last time I saw it.
For reefer or for flatbed?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, probably different. Okay.
I know
reefer.
flatbed was like $1.15 or $1.18.
Okay.
But I mean, it's a whole lot more responsibility what I'm getting ready to do. I'm going to go oversized and heavy haul. So, you know, now I got to worry about pallet cars and permits and all that stuff. But that all comes with the job.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to leave like this. I didn't come here to just up and leave. Like, it doesn't look good on me to, you know, be somewhere 18 months and be like, hey, it's just not working out. I gotta leave. And it's
How
sad.
did you feel about the drivers that were here?
I hate to say it, most of the drivers here at Prime shouldn't be behind that steering wheel. I've had more than one flatbed, more than one reefer operator, and several tankers come up to me at truck stops and ask for help backing up. And I'm sorry, if you can't back up, you shouldn't be holding a steering wheel.
Did you train?
Yes, but it didn't work out real well. I'm one of them people, I speak my mind.
Yeah, I see that.
So I'm not for the faint at heart. I had 3 students and they didn't last 2 weeks.
Wow.
All 3 of them kind of had the same story. They quit on the spot. And they didn't claim it was because of me, what they told me to my face, but the first one said he missed his mom, the second one missed his girlfriend, and then the third one, me and him just didn't get along, and he ended up quitting, and I don't know where he went from there.
If the revenue was here, would you have stayed?
If the revenue would have been here, I wouldn't have left. I wouldn't be complaining.
Okay. So it's not really totally the cameras.
No, it wasn't really as much the camera as it was just the lack of revenue. The camera, yeah, it was kind of a kick in the short hairs. It's just like, you don't trust me to operate the equipment that I'm paying top dollar for. So now you're going to monitor and watch every little thing that I do. I've been they've threatened more than once to fire me at a shipper's because I had to move or whatever, and I just got in the truck and moved, didn't put my seatbelt on, and I got a phone call, hey, you don't put your seatbelt on, you can turn the truck in.
That's crazy.
And it is what it is, and I get it. They're a big company. They got 11,000 some odd trucks on the road, and you know, this is a big company. So when people mess up and people get hurt, everybody sees these trucks.
This is true.
So, I mean, I understand from a business aspect, they got to do what's best for them, but they're definitely taking advantage of their lease operators.
So do you have any advice for new people?
Don't come to Prime. I hate to say it, if you are going to go to Prime, be a company driver. Do not step into a lease, because there are other companies out there that charge half of what Prime charges and will show you 100% what that freight's contracted for. Not, hey, we're going to pay you quote unquote 72% of whatever the freight pays, but never will show you the real. It's sad. If Prime would spend the effort into retaining the good drivers that they do have, as much as they spend into bringing new drivers in, this would be a fantastic company to work for. It's really sad.